Greetings, welcome, aloha, sayonara. I'm going to take back that last one. Anyways, welcome to the Triggercast. I am your host, Dan, also known as Mad Jack. You can follow me on Twitter at MaddisJack. I'm here with my other co-host, Manny, also known as Forgetful Hitman. Hello.
Hello. Goodbye.
And we're out. Thanks for listening to the Triggercast.
No more 2-hour podcasts. They're down to 30 seconds.
30 seconds, you're in, you're out, you're triggered. Everything's great. All right, why don't you go ahead and take us away.
All right. So, 8 days ago, because I'm looking at the article now from PC Gamer, I wanted to talk about this last week, but since you got gonorrhea, we couldn't do this last week and whatnot.
Oh, I got raging gonorrhea.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm glad I didn't have to clean it up.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, there's an article on PC Gamer that caught my eye last week, and it's prison inmates built custom PCs and hid them in the ceiling. You can't make this stuff up. It's great. What happened was, these 5 prisoners were tasked with dismantling old computers for the purpose of recycling old parts, and what they did instead was take 2 computers that should have been disassembled, placed hard drives into the computers, installed a network card, transported the computers across the institution for approximately 1,100 feet, and hid them in their ceiling. I'm quoting all that from the article, and I'll post the article in the description for viewers that are interested in this article. But
yeah,
what they did was they used the stolen credentials, and they were looking up porn, how to make drugs, homemade, explosives, stuff like that. Well, had it gone on any longer, one of them was almost about to file a fraudulent tax return, which would commit tax fraud, and have it wired to a debit card or debit cards. What ended up getting them caught, it says in the article, is they stole someone's credentials to access the network, which is even greater. They had access to the internet in jail. I mean, what better way to spend your day?
Yeah.
So what happened was they were exceeding that area's bandwidth limit, which raised a flag. Well, it raised another flag was the days this guard wasn't in, they were online, and still blowing through the limits. And it's like, red flag there too. And it's like, all right, they started doing an investigation, and they found all this, and that's what led to the discovery. I mean, jeez, man.
Yeah. How long were these guys? Did they say how long these guys have been doing this?
No, not that I see in the article. There's no specific time frame, but it just says.
I mean, if they're able to get all this piece by piece into their cell, set it all up, and watch porn and make drugs and all that, good wholesome stuff that you do in prison, they must have been doing this for weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they did it all in one shot. Because I mean, you would have to be concealed. So I mean, it's not like you can transfer the whole PC straight to your cell without risking an attention. I mean.
Yeah, you can't hide that under your shirt.
And I don't think you can hide in your anus crack either.
I don't know. Some of them might have some big anuses.
No. Bubba might be visiting. Who knows? Yeah, it's a pretty interesting article. And I love the joke at the end. No words on whether or not they had Core i7 CPUs or high-end GTX 1080 cards. 1080 Ti's, sorry.
I'd like to know what they were using.
Playing Zelda at 4K in jail.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got on this one. It's something that caught my attention. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, so you guys have talked a little bit about the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Season Pass.
Yes.
On the last podcast, right?
Yeah. We just talked about the fragmenting and Season Pass. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I could just want to add to that, the thing that caught my eye and I thought was really funny, was when DICE comes out saying that there's not going to be a Season Pass because they don't want to do the segmenting of the multiplayer. And then EA is like, wait, hold on, we might actually want to do that because we're greedy bastards who want tons of money.
Not surprising.
And this is the perfect example of developer versus publisher, where the developer is like, when they made Battlefront, they probably thought it was the best that they could make, but there was a lot of problems with it. especially being multiplayer only. Most people missed single player of the old Battlefront games. So going into this next one, they've put in tons and tons of content. You've got it's across all eras. I mean, you can play as anyone from Darth Maul to Kylo Ren, and they say we don't want to do a season pass because we just, so that multiplayer is more cohesive. You don't have people who have bought all this stuff and they're way up top, and you have everyone on the bottom who don't have all this stuff. But then you got EA comes in and they're like, we want to make some money, so hold on, we might want to do a season pass. We might want to nickel and dime people for little skins or taunts or whatever nonsense they want to throw in there. Maybe an extra blaster from the extended universe or something, whatever. So I just think it's funny when a publisher comes out like that.
Marco and I had a joke years ago when EA acquired the rights to do Star Wars games for 10 years. We had a joke that, because EA's known for notoriously nickel and diming people, was that, you get to play as the Millennium Falcon for like $100, lightsaber for 20, stuff like that.
Oh,
the
yeah.
next Star Wars game, which was Battlefront, which we didn't know at the time. It didn't happen quite like that, but we were just waiting for it, knowing EA.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did win Worst Company of 2015.
That's alright.
And I wonder why.
Hey, Valve 2 years in a row got F rankings for Workplace.
I was going to say, it's probably not for any of their games. They don't make games anymore.
No, it's something about the work environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Valve gets an F.
Yeah, well. Alrighty, so what are we moving on to?
We're moving on to your anus hole.
Okay, well, have fun.
Apparently, little quick thingy right here. I sent you a text of it. The Futurama complete series. This is gonna be irrelevant for the listeners because the sale's over in 12 hours. But the complete series is $47.99 right now on Amazon, and the box looks awesome. Because I didn't even know there was a complete series for Futurama.
Yeah, I just saw this today, on my way home from work.
It looks awesome.
That the whole series was $50, and I was like, wow, that's a pretty neat deal. Now, hold on, let me go back. Is that Blu-ray?
DVD.
Oh, DVD.
Which, I mean, it's animated, so I mean, Blu-ray you'll see an improvement, but I mean...
Not until the later seasons, because I think it started out in, early 2000s.
$19.99 or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, $19.99. So, I mean, the animation definitely improves over time, but DVD quality is going to be good enough, especially at that price for what is it, 7 seasons?
It's 124 episodes. Yeah, I think 7 seasons. I don't know if it includes all the movies that were just broken up into a couple episodes worth.
Yeah.
Hang on, I see an image right now. Yeah, the movies are in it too. I'm seeing an image. Futurama volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the Bender's Big Score, Beasts of the Billion Backs, Into the Wild, Green Yonder, and Bender's Game. Dang.
Awesome.
That
is a good deal.
Frick, yeah. Now I wish I didn't buy shoes. Alright, moving right along. I haven't actually been on Steam yet. Let's see if they have anything, but I'll do that in the background. Oh yeah, so let's talk about Drawn to Death. Since we were supposed to do that last week on patch 2.05, but since we played again on patch 2.06, we have more to talk about.
Yeah, there's definitely some improvement.
Yes, quite a bit. Now, obviously going in, Marco and I already talked about this in depth, about how we didn't agree with the IGN and Kotaku reviews of the game. Yes, the game has balancing issues, and yes, there were connection issues. However, what's been changed is the servers. I haven't had a single problem connecting to a game, and I know you did early on, the first couple days, but ever since, I played on day 1 and I didn't have a problem, but I didn't play again until the second week, and I have never had a server problem. But the big improvement is definitely the balancing. Like on 2.05, the RPG, even splash damage is OP as fuck. 2.06, splash damage does really next to nothing. So that's like one of the biggest things I noticed. Like you really need to make that hit connect if you really want to do some damage.
Right.
They've even made it to where there is an Now there were options to tone down or eliminate the, I guess we can call flack from the announcer and whatnot. But I noticed something when I was playing a couple days ago with you, was you can actually, I guess, turn the frog off now? Or get him to stop saying stuff so much or something? I'm not entirely sure. I just saw something that said, don't show this again. And I was like, it was with the frog. And I'm like, I love the frog. I'm not going to do that. I love him bashing me.
I wonder if that was in response to the IGN article where they said that they don't like being made fun of by the game.
Because they're snowflakes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the snowflakes over at IGN who can't take a joke. Obviously, the game is crass, and they're gonna make fun of you. Just roll with it.
It's David Jaffe. I mean, come on. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that Honest trailer about Twisted Metal with David Jaffe really enjoying the baby drowning? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
David Jaffe, you sick fuck.
Oh, he's messed up.
But yeah, I don't have much more to go on that. I mean, I've just noticed explosives in particular between 2.05 and 2.06 are not as effective. Like, they're still effective, but they're definitely not OP. That's all I've really got. I mean, I still have a blast playing the game. No, I'm not going to invest 10 hours a session. It's more for me and my friends, and I'm going to put in 2 hours max a day, and I might not come back for a week, I got it for free.
Yeah.
PS Plus, baby.
Yeah, and you can't complain about a free game.
Apparently you can.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I think the server issue in the beginning, I think, may have had something to do with tons of players dropping in and just not being prepared for it.
Yeah.
Because it's you have to have PlayStation Plus to play it, but having PlayStation Plus means you get the game for free. So you got all these people who are just like, oh, this is free, this looks cool, let me drop in, and servers are crashing, game is crashing. They're like, what did we do here? So a week later, they were able to maybe invest some more in servers, or maybe some of the players dropped off, but it's definitely more stable now. And since patch 2.06, and I don't know if it was in patch 2.05, but they've added character videos that go in depth about the characters and their specials, and you can learn from those what how each special is effective against the next character. Like when Alan, the mascot teddy bear guy, who looks like he's from Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit, he can go invisible. Well, Cyborgula can see invisible characters, so he plays it good against him. And then, like, the character I play, Diabla, can absorb Johnny's special, and it gives her 3 times damage.
Whoa.
So there's a little bit of balance there in that the characters have kind of like weaknesses and resistances, kind of like in Pokemon. There's a little bit of that there. Not really, but somewhat. So it's definitely a fun game. I mean, for free, you really can't complain. You play it, you have fun with it. There's tons of people playing, and it's very different. So it's not for everyone, but it is fun to play.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun to play. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
There's I'm on Steam now. There's a new Rick and Morty game came out for virtual reality. It's Rick and Morty Virtual Rickality. Sorry, I butchered that. The hell. Take it from the top. Rick and Morty Virtual Rickality. Oh my goodness, that's a tongue twister.
I think that's the point of it. I think they named it like that on purpose to twist you up.
It looks pretty interesting, but I mean, I'm still not in the whole VR shtick right now. I mean, I'd have to go out and buy a headset. Anywhere, it's either Oculus or HTC Vive. The PSVR, to my knowledge, still doesn't work on PC. And even then, I would still have to buy their proprietary tech, which, you know, for all the hassle, I'm better off buying Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, you know, because I'm on PC.
Yep.
So in essence, I'm not really willing to spend $500 to $900, nor do I have the space for this to play a $30 game that looks interesting. I might play for what, 5 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, Batman Arkham VR was only an hour and a half at tops. So I mean, VR still has a very, very hefty price tag, and I'm just not wanting it. Halo Wars is on Steam. That's hilarious.
The first one?
Yeah, the first Halo Wars. The real-time strategy game.
Yeah.
I love that we get the stuff Microsoft is okay with bringing over to Steam, but like, say if we want, like, I don't know, Halo 4 or 5 on PC, no.
No, you get this RTS. You play around with that for a little while.
Yeah. Another company.
You're never getting Halo 4.
No. What was it? Quicksilver? Deep Silver, sorry. Deep Silver were the ones who got us the Steam port of Quantum Break.
Yeah.
And I still haven't gotten that either. I'm like, whatever. Thank you for getting it on Steam. I'll get to it eventually. But I saw this article, and I'm not sure if you're aware of it. It's a Kotaku article. Fan-made Mother 4 is no longer Mother 4.
Oh, what is it now?
I'm not sure, but they have to rebrand after high-profile DMCA takedowns.
Yeah, by Nintendo?
I think they're doing it preemptively.
Yeah, I'm looking at the article
Other
now.
fan games. Yeah, they have not been hit with one, but they are doing it as a preventative measure because of, like, Pokemon.
Ah, they're doing it prematurely.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're doing it prematurely because of the other fan games.
Pokemon Uranium, No Mario Sky, and AM2R. AM2R was awesome. Fuck you, Nintendo. But Mother 4 has been in development for 7 years? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
How... Okay, you'll have to explain this to me, because you're the Mother fan.
Yeah. I'm a fan of
yes,
mothers.
you are. You're a mother effer. Oh! Anyways.
All right.
It says here, while fans have clamored for an official sequel to Mother 3, series creator Shigesato Itoa, fuck it, has said more than once that making it would be impossible. Why would making a sequel to Mother 3 be impossible?
I think maybe it's because of the time difference, because it's been so long. I mean, each one is... they're very different. Like, the original Earthbound, which is known as Mother 2 in Japan, plays on a lot of 90s pop culture. And it also includes, like, the final boss has phrases from, I think Itoi had stumbled into a movie, like a rated R movie as a child, and it kind of, like, gave him nightmares or something. And I don't remember exactly, but he kind of incorporated that into Earthbound. And then Mother 3 is very different from Earthbound, even though it includes some of the similar characters, but it's a very emotional journey at the end, and there's a big twist to it at the end. But as far as why he wouldn't make Mother 4, maybe because he couldn't do it right, or he just it's just because it's been so long, it wouldn't people just wouldn't enjoy it. Kind of like what happened with Golden Sun and those sequels. Was it Golden Sun that had a really long time before a sequel came out?
Yeah, Golden Sun 1 came out in, what, 2001, 2002? So yeah, so about 7 years before Golden Sun 3 came out in 2010.
Yeah, so maybe it's just because of how long it's been, he couldn't make it right, or... I mean, he's also, like, in his 60s. Yeah, he's 64 years old, so he's probably just he probably just can't put in the time to do it right, and maybe that's why he's not going to do it.
Did Mother 3 not sell well? Could that be a factor?
It didn't really come to North America.
Oh, okay.
The only way I've been able to play it is through a fan-made translated ROM. I mean, Mother 3 came out in 2006.
Wow.
And as far as I know, it never came to America.
Okay, yeah, 2001, 2002 for Golden Sun, the first two. Okay. Wanted to make sure I got that right. Oh, yeah. Well, well, well.
Yeah.
Poor Mother fans. You will never get another Mother.
No other Mother for us.
Eh.
Unless Mother 4 comes out. Or whatever they're going to call it.
Well, that's the fan-made one. I'm talking official.
Yeah, no, there won't be an official Mother 4.
Until the creator dies and Nintendo gets money hungry.
Yeah, but they would make it wrong. I mean, Toei is the mind and brains behind it all. I guess mind and brains is kind of the same thing.
Give Retro a jab at this. They did Metroid right without the series creator.
Yeah, they might be able to do something with it, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to go with the fan-made version.
No, you know what? I don't want an American-made
out.
Mother because it'll just be nothing but the pink vagina hats and snowflakes.
Oh yeah, maybe that's why he won't make it today, because of snowflakes.
All the universities are pretty.
How come I can't pick a transgender character? How come I gotta pick a little boy? It's like, shut up, you. Have you ever played any of these? Relax.
No, they haven't. So, Last Jedi Empire comparison, huh?
Yes. Ever since Adam Driver said that Last Jedi is gonna be like Empire Strikes Back.
No.
I hope he just means in tone. I mean, like I told you earlier, it's gonna be so hilarious if there's a point where Kylo Ren and Rey are fighting, and Kylo Ren says, join me and we can rule the First Order as brother and sister, because, oh, surprise, Kylo Ren is Rey's brother somehow. And also he cuts off her hand.
Why not cut off a foot?
And yeah, let's make it different. Cut off a foot.
Yeah, it gotta be a little different here. Let's cut off a foot.
But I mean, there's already concept art of like Rey with a robotic hand, kind of like Luke's.
I've seen some of those.
And I'm like, can we stop with the hand cutting thing? I mean, it's a big part of Star Wars, I guess. So much so that even Marvel has done it in like Thor and Thor: The Dark World, Iron Man 3. I think even in Age of Ultron, someone loses their arm or hand. So they're kind of paying an homage to Star Wars in that, but I hope The Last Jedi I hope it's good, for one thing, but to come out and say it's going to be like Empire Strikes Back just sets it up for failure, I think. It sets a high expectation.
Yeah. Especially when the primary complaint about The Force Awakens was it was too similar to A New Hope.
Yeah. I mean, and then Last Jedi is going to be like Empire Strikes Back. I mean, is the ninth movie going to have Ewoks in it?
Oh my God! Someone kill Warwick.
Taking down the First Order.
Someone kill Warwick Davis now. Let's make this not happen.
Stay away. Stay away. If Disney calls Warwick Davis for, hey, would you like to be an Ewok? Say no.
No, it won't be an Ewok. It'll be something else stupid. It'll be like, instead of like a Care Bear, it'll be it'll be something stupid.
Oh, something else small and cuddly.
Hey, can you play like a pony? Can we get two of you in like this pony suit? Create some little horse monster thingy.
Yeah. Kind of like the Tauntauns.
Oh God.
And the First Order's already built Star Killer Base 2.
Oh my goodness. We need to stop with these planet-destroying weapons.
Oh, I know. Ugh.
That can somehow be destroyed by a fighter. Like a little, what is it, a stunt plane as they call them in episode 4? Stunt craft or something?
Yeah.
So for something that, you'd figure Evel Knievel would be doing tricks in, somehow are capable of destroying massive planet-destroying weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, big power with a tiny little flaw that destroys the whole thing.
Yeah, when it comes to a Star Destroyer,
they did the same thing in yeah, they did the same thing in Return of the Jedi. It's just like, here, fly through this trench, and you're right at the reactor. Now you can just blow it away. It's like, hold on, didn't anyone think not to put a door there that says, that doesn't open?
I don't know what they were thinking. Apparently, the Empire is ran by idiots.
Oh, they are.
They're supposed to be the stand-in for Nazis, yet they're retarded. Trigger! I said retarded.
Oh, the Nazis were done too. Dumb old Nazis.
That's another thing. It's like, I don't know, like, The Last Jedi, I swear to God, if Luke is Rey's father, I'm walking out. Nope, done. I will go get a burger, and I'll spoil it for my friends. I'm like, guys, don't bother.
Don't bother, it's Rey Skywalker.
Yep, don't bother.
Boo!
Don't bother. You guys can send me all the death threats you want for spoiling the film.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense if she were, because it's like the prequel trilogy is about Anakin Skywalker, the original trilogy is about Luke Skywalker, and so if the sequel trilogy, I guess we could call it, is about another Skywalker, that might make sense. But there's so much more they could do, and she doesn't have to be related to anybody.
But they want to make her related to somebody. That's what's so annoying, We're going to explain her parentage and her lineage. It's like, I don't care. Just leave her an orphan like James Bond.
Yeah. Or, explain the parentage, but not make her a Skywalker or a Kenobi, which is some of the fan theories I've been seeing, is that she's a offspring of Kenobi, which doesn't make sense for these Jedi who, like Anakin says they in like episode 2, the worst one.
The National Treasure, according to my brother.
National Treasure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's not Anakin, but Amidala says something about the Jedi aren't permitted to love, and but Anakin kind of plays around with that and kind of use like some legalese to get around that. But the thing that always drove me nuts about that line was that how do the Jedi like propagate themselves? Luke is very strong in the Force because of his father. You would think that you would want more Jedi by letting Jedi mate and create more Jedi. But instead, they just want to find people, oh, you're influenced in the Force. Come on down. Be a Jedi. Have fun. Here's a lightsaber at 7.
I think they get them younger. Those younglings in episode 2 were pretty young.
Oh, yeah, the younglings. They can't call them children. They have to call them younglings because that makes it better when they're killed. He didn't kill children. Anakin did not murder children, okay? He murdered younglings, okay? They're a whole different species.
He murdered midgets. He had the height advantage. That's what we're saying here.
Yeah. He might even had to crouch a little bit to get him.
Imagine Anakin trying to throw his lightsaber to kill some of them. It's like, goes way over their heads. Crap.
Gives them all buzz cuts.
They're too tall. Oh, that scene's horrible, and we're making jokes about it. What are we? Oh, that's right. This is the Triggercast.
We say anything, whether it triggers you or not.
Yeah, that's the point. Originally, we were going to be the Rambler cast, because we just ramble on and on and on. But then it's like, well, our viewpoints may piss people off, and the current political affairs of this nation and world is so snowflakey. Why don't we just go by the Triggercast? Apparently, anything we're going to say might trigger you, and you'll be pissed, so hey, at least you walked in knowing you're going to be triggered.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know what's funny though? To get back to your point about if Rey and Kylo are brother and sister, that not only does that mean Han and Leia were terrible to Kylo as a parents and abandoned him, they left some little girl on a planet and never came back.
Yeah.
Talk about shit parents of the galaxy.
Oh my gosh.
I'd love to see people still mourning for Carrie Fisher once they realize how, Princess Leia abandoned 2 children. Like, oh my god, Princess Leia's a douche.
Yeah, then Han runs away, becomes a smuggler because it's the only thing he's good at. He wasn't even a good smuggler.
God, no. What was it in in episode 4 or something? He had to jettison cargo or something.
Yeah, because he got boarded by Imperials.
Yeah, he can't even do that.
So he lost a bunch of cargo.
How did he get the Millennium Falcon from Lando? I want to know that, but I don't want to see the young Han Solo film, really.
Well, that's how they'll show it. I hope they do. Otherwise, what's the point of it?
I just want someone to spoil that for me. That's all I want. I don't want to see that film.
Yeah. I really don't like who they cast as Han. I mean, he looks weird. But Donald Glover as Lando, I think that's a really good pick. I think that's a great idea.
You can't say black people look weird.
Oh, we still could.
But you didn't.
We just have to say specifically which black people look weird. Like Forrest Whitaker.
Oh! Making fun of the visually disabled, huh?
I'm just having fun. He's rich.
That's a great excuse.
It's okay. He's rich. He was in a Star Wars movie.
What?
I envy the guy.
He's filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy right now.
Rogue One ruined my life. Yes, it ruined all our lives.
Yeah, I know, right? Rogue One makes the opening of A New Hope make no sense. Like, oh, we're on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan. Really? Didn't you just come from the battle that was Scarif?
Yeah.
Vader ain't buying that shit.
I ain't buying that. I've been chasing you since the battlefield on Scarif, where some data, sensitive data, may have been transmitted to a satellite dish, and then often to another ship, to another ship, to another ship. So you're on no diplomatic mission. There's no ambassador here. Yeah, you got the plans. I'm coming for you.
But I'm not going on Tatooine.
Oh no, stay away from Tatooine.
Because I can't. I don't like sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. And I'd have to.
Oh yeah, he hates sand. I bet it's worse with the suit now.
Especially when he can't take it off without dying.
Yeah, you get a little sand in that suit, it's gonna grind. It's gonna start chafing in there. Oh, you're done.
What if it gets in his respirator?
Oh man, see, nobody thought about that. You throw some dirt at Darth Vader, he's done. He's dead. He can't breathe no more.
Yeah, exactly. You've clogged the respirator. I don't think there's a filter for that.
Nope.
Ooh. Look at that, George Lucas. You didn't think of something. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, there might be.
Well, it wouldn't matter at this point, because if there was continuity for that, but since it's not in the films or any established continuity right now, it's out of continuity. Thank you, J.J. Abrams, for retconning 2014 and back.
Yeah, if they explain it in like some of the extended universe books, it doesn't, or it may or may not apply, as J.J. Abrams pulled some things and not all.
You know what I just found hilarious? You know how J.J. retconned, like, what, 90%? More like 97% of the Star Wars universe from 2014 and back?
Yeah.
Rian Johnson retconned the Scar location on Kylo.
Yes. Oh, yes. We're just going to move it. Just a little bit.
I actually kind of like Rian a little bit more. If that's the reason why he moved it, because he's mad about the universe being retconned, and he retcons JJ because of that, I will love this guy. If that's the reason. Not just I'm the director, I can do what I want.
Yeah, if J.J. Abrams can retcon all this expanded universe nonsense, then I can move that scar he put on Kylo to make it look more awesome.
More stereotypical, though.
Yeah, it's like, I think, I gotta pull up a picture of Anakin from Episode 3, because I think the scar is in the same place.
I don't remember how Anakin got that scar.
It's not on the same place. It's actually to the side of the eye, on the outside. But it's on the exact same eye as Kylo Ren.
Oh, he and his grandpa have a scar in the same region of their faces.
Yeah, he's more like his grandpappy than he realizes.
You know what would be great if Episode 8 ends with him like in a grinder or something, and he has to be in a Darth Vader suit in Episode 9?
Oh, that would be hilarious. Like, there's a part where, like, Rey's like, "It's over, Kylo. I have the high ground."
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep it in.
I almost couldn't say it.
I heard too. I heard you screwed it up, but I couldn't imagine the scene in my head.
Oh man! And then Snoke comes down, and he bends over Kylo Ren, and he's like, "Oh, we'll get you into this suit."
And then for him to say no, Snoke tells him, instead of Padme dying, Snoke tells him, "You'll never be as powerful as your grandfather."
No!
Oh man, Episode 8 actually is promised now, but that's from a satirical viewpoint.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was great. I need water now.
All right. Well, if you want to know where the scar came from, I'm on Wikipedia. And hold on.
Is it in continuity?
It's who knows? It was at a fight in Coruscant with where's her name? Ventress.
Oh, Asajj Ventress?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that. I don't know because I don't care for the 2008 Clone Wars show, but I know in the 2003 version that actually reminds me. There's a scene I believe in that explains the scar.
Yep.
I'll have to go back. That series was awesome. How dare they retcon Samurai Jack man's Star Wars experience? Why? You dumb bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I didn't get to see a whole lot of it because of I don't know if I had cable and I had to see it at a friend's house or something, but I really enjoyed that, and I'd like to see all of it if I could find it somewhere.
Which one? The 2003 one or the 2008 one?
Yeah, the Samurai Jack looking one, because I don't like the animation of the newer one.
I wonder if it's on Netflix. The 2003 one? Excuse me, I had a burp.
Possibly. I doubt it, though. It seems with Netflix, when if there's something I'm like, ooh, I want to watch this, it's not on there.
Well, hopefully you want to watch Jurassic Park in the next couple of days, because it's leaving Netflix.
I've got all 3 movies, or all 4 movies at this point.
All 3. Which one doesn't exist?
Jurassic Park 3. That one was never made. It just goes Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic World.
Which actually makes sense in terms of, naming Jurassic Park, the Lost World Jurassic Park, and then Jurassic World. That actually, it flows very well instead of Jurassic Park, the Lost World Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World. It actually flows a lot better.
Yeah.
So Jurassic Park 3 doesn't exist. Sorry, Spinosaurus.
Yeah, even though that was a great-looking dinosaur. It's gone. Sorry.
Well, we can't help the great-looking dinosaur was in a shit movie.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of this fiasco with my family outside and dogs barking isn't leaking into my audio.
I can hear it.
Yeah, that's the dog barking right now. I figured that was going to get in, but and I figured the grinding of coffee beans is probably getting in it too. But anyway.
All I hear is a dog barking.
Yeah. Well, the coffee beans was 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
So yes, people, unfortunately, I have a family that isn't being considerate. And it is also 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is an unfortunate reality. However, I sent you an article just a few moments ago that Ridley Scott is open to digitally de-aging Sigourney Weaver in future Alien movies.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be just as laughable. I mean, it might look cool today, like Tron Legacy with oh fuck, I forgot his name, Jeff Bridges. Even though I was laughing the entire time back then, and still now it looks terrible. That's the risk of de-aging actors. It's like, we're not at that point. Even if we get to that point, you'll know it's CGI. It's like, it's just gonna be laughable to me the entire time. What?
It is. I mean, look at Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War.
I will admit,
when they de-aged him a little bit.
I'll admit it was pretty, impressive in terms of visually, but I mean, it was very laughable because it's like, it it's fake,
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, it looks good, but it looks fake.
But for that scene, I will argue in Civil War, since it was a flashback recreation, I mean, it kind of works, because he was showing, a scene he built to show off, like, a regret he has of the past and whatnot. And that kind of works, But, I mean, to just, like, go about, like, de-aging people or prosthetically aging people, like, with, CG and prosthetics, like, to make someone look like Tarkin, or to make someone look like, Princess Leia in Rogue One. It's like, when did we just stop making live action and just make animated?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, this shit ain't cheap, for one. And for two, it's like, we have to get to a point where we have to accept the fact that we can't use these characters anymore with that actor. You may have to recast if you want to keep using that character.
Yep.
Get someone as close as you can visually. You can always dub it over in post, like, James Earl Jones is Darth Vader,
Right.
But,
yeah, I mean, they can't live in the past.
No.
We got to move forward.
And that's the problem with, see, this is where it's really weird with Ridley Scott in those Alien films, Prometheus and the Alien Covenant, which to me looks like Aliens remade.
Hey, Mel.
Hi, bye.
What's up?
Bye.
Oh, no, it's coming to say hi.
I'm busy.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, where was I? I lost track with telling someone to go away.
Alien Covenant looks a lot like Aliens.
And then, how Ridley Scott wants to make, 3 or 4 sequels to Prometheus, so that's, 5 movies potentially in total. So, I guess eventually we're going to get up to the point where we see Sigourney Weaver again in Aliens. And it's like, why don't we not do that and make a film where we don't have to digitally de-age Sigourney Weaver? And why don't we go with Neil Blomkamp's plan for sequeling her, with that cool idea of bringing back Hicks and saying Alien 3 and 4 never happened?
Yeah, in my mind they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I think it's in this article I'm looking at where someone said, where the person who wrote this article was saying, why don't you cast Sigourney Weaver as Amanda Ripley looking for her mom in her later years? And they said that Sigourney Weaver's age appropriate, you wouldn't have to do anything there, I just found this whole thing interesting, I'm not for doing it just to do it, Like, if it's to fill a key scene, like, we can't do this, like, Fast 7? What was the hell title of that movie? The one where Paul Walker died and they just needed his brother for a scene or two?
Yeah. Furious 7 or whatever they call
Whatever
it.
these stupid movies are called.
It's just Fast and Furious 7. That's what I call it.
I'm for that. If you want to finish and whatnot and you just need to do a quick few scenes. But I mean, an entire film with an actor that may even be dead at this point, and having someone play them and then CG overing them. To me, it's just wrong, Why not just recast or just don't use that character? That's where I stand.
I think maybe they're just thinking that that they need her to sell this movie.
Who knows?
And that's a problem because you shouldn't need her. The movie should be able to stand on its own.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy Prometheus. I mean, I think it's got a few problems with it, some things that just don't make sense. But overall, I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. And I like how it's kind of like restarting the Alien series. And I think they should just take it in a different direction.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan, too. And I liked that it wasn't so close to Alien. That was pretty far off. And whatnot. But I'm not sure where Ridley Scott intends to go, But that's if he's even alive to do 3 more sequels, or if they're even financially viable.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see how Covenant does. I mean, that's coming out real soon.
I hope to God. It comes out May something. I hope to God James Franco gets torn to pieces by an alien. I don't understand why they cast James Franco in that movie. I don't get why James Franco gets cast in serious films. I can't take him seriously. He's stoner comedy for life to me.
Yeah. Although, I will admit, he was really good in... what's the first Planet of the Apes movie? Remake. We'll just call it Planet of the Apes. The one that he's in. He's actually really good in it, and I missed him in the second one. Because he really did that role well, I think. But for him to be in Aliens... I mean, unless he's like smoking some pot and getting torn apart at the same time, then
yeah, but
why is he in
for
it?
the Planet of the Apes movie, that was more of a dramatic role. That wasn't like gun-toting action.
Right. Yeah, that was more dramatic.
I mean, I'm not against the comedian, the dramatic chops. It's just I mean, I'm not saying this about any comedian actor. I don't take them seriously. It's just James Franco. I've seen him in one too many stoner films. Pineapple Express being great, and it's just. I'm sorry, I know he was in the Spider-Man trilogy, and I know he has action chops, but that's behind all of this. I just, for me, that's me personally.
Yeah, well, he was good in Spider-Man until Spider-Man 3.
Which
then he was just annoying.
He wasn't really actiony until Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
He miraculously comes out of a coma super fast. I mean, not a coma. I'm sorry. Memory loss.
Right.
Mary Jane doesn't give him the V, and he gets all mad and remembers everything.
It's like, Spider-Man's my enemy. He killed my father.
Must kill.
Prepare to die.
That was great.
A little bit of Princess Bride.
Yeah, I picked up on that. So since we've been doing a lot of triggering, what do you want to do with your reasonable triggers?
Well, I was going to go into kind of just discuss just triggering in general and how it's come into society and things with microaggressions and all that. And, to me, reasonable triggers, trigger itself is not a bad word, but, reasonable triggers to me are things like violent or traumatic content. If we put up a video that showed war and stuff, we may want to put something in there that says, hey, this is going to show some people dying because some people have actually experienced these things. And it may cause bad flashbacks to those times. If there's, a discussion about violent crime or rapes or something, we may want to just say something, say, hey, we're going to talk about this in this article, just be forewarned. I think that's okay. That's reasonable. What I think are unreasonable triggers are when Chick-fil-A wants to come into your university and you feel like it's a not safe. Hold on. When Chick-fil-A wants to come into a university, open up a little restaurant, and sell their awesome chicken sandwiches, for you to feel that makes that campus unsafe is ridiculous. Because, especially if you think it makes it unsafe because the CEO believes in traditional marriage. That's fine for him, okay? He can believe whatever he wants. He's running a business that makes an excellent product. Chicken sandwiches are not infringing on your safe space or anything like that.
They are if you're vegan.
Well, then you just don't have to eat them. I mean, that's fine. But then, hold on, I gotta find this article again about the hair privilege. Because there was these students that were shaving their heads because they felt that having good hair was unfair to those who don't. And I think that's just ridiculous. If that's how we're going to measure privilege, by what we have versus what we don't, I mean, then we're just going to be so divided that we can't even interact with each other. We're born the way we are. What do you say it? What do you call it?
I don't know what word you're going for.
Oh, I've lost my train of thought. Hold on. You gotta appreciate who you are and what you are and accept who you are. That's what I was looking for. Accept. If this girl at Villanova University shaved her head because she felt that having hair was unfair to those who don't, or or whatever, and that's fine for her. But I mean, like, you can't expect people to do that. Some people are just naturally better at certain things, and it could be because of genetics. It could be because of how they were raised.
Becoming
it
a
could
woman.
be yes. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different factors that come into how a person is and how they are able to do things. And if I can do something better than you, that does not mean that my value as a person is greater. It just means I can do something better than you. That's fine. You could do something better than me. That doesn't mean you're more valuable than I am. And I think, and it's really seen when it comes to, like, men versus women, when it comes to what men can do and what women can do, and what men can't do and what women can't do. It's like, if a woman can't do something a man can do, it doesn't mean she's any less valuable. It doesn't make the men any more valuable. It just means they can't do stuff. I mean, there's no reason to get all up in arms and upset and chant and protest and say, that's not fair, we need to make everything fair. I'll never play professional basketball, because I'm just not built like
You're
that.
not black.
I mean, I could maybe if I really worked hard at it, but it's just not feasible. It's just not going to happen. So I'm fine with that. I can live with that. I play with the hand that I'm dealt. And I play to my strengths and get over weaknesses. And we need to all do that, I think.
Someone was triggered like a motherfucker there. Damn. And they call me the long-winded menace.
Oh, I can rant. I can rant and rant and rant.
Oh, no, I agree with you. I don't... Like, ever since Trump won the presidency, it's gotten really bad in terms of... And I understand there are justifiable reasons as to why people would feel this way, but it's like... I'm tired of being told I can't say something or do something because of the color of my skin or the fact that my reproductive organs are on the outside instead of the inside. It's like, I have friends, and I'm not going to walk up to someone and say, hey, what's up? You blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. And I don't start off when I don't know someone by just all of a sudden using my normal humor. No. My normal humor is reserved for people that I'm, friendly with, who I've built camaraderie up with. On the podcast, sure, but I mean, that's us bantering to each other. Sure, there are people that can listen and hear this. Well, I mean, it is called the Triggercast for one. Two, we're adults here. If my audience somehow becomes 11-year-olds, you're not supposed to be here, I'm pretty sure, I don't have an 11-year-old army audience, That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that enjoy video games, movies, humor, and that aren't easily triggered, If there's snowflakes listening and they're actually miraculously not triggered, holy shit,
Yep.
I don't...
Like-minded people.
I mean, if there are people that take offense to this, please, in the comments, let us know. I mean, we'll probably laugh at them, like, that comment's hilarious. I'm not going to take it seriously. I mean, I don't feel that we've done anything that would justify anything like, hey, you guys need to fucking die, or you guys are fucking horrible people. No, we're just friends talking with each other, having a good time, It's not like we're calling for, an assassination or something, It's not like we're doing that,
Right.
We're not saying, oh, Ann Coulter can't go talk at UC Berkeley, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that, That's not us. I don't care.
No, and she's going anyways.
Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, hell, you could get Al Sharpton to talk. I'll listen. I'm not going to be like, shut him down because I don't agree with him, Fine, I'll listen to Al Sharpton talk. Hell, I was at Buffalo Wild Wings one day, and they had him on TV, and I could hear it, and I was watching, I was listening. I don't agree with what he's saying, but I'm like, okay, fine. I wasn't screaming at the people, why is this here? I'm trying to eat. No, fuck, I didn't care, Hell, I was drinking alcohol, I was eating wings, I was eating some fries, I was like, alright, let's see what he has to say.
You're being an American.
I'm being an American, I'm ignoring the football.
Yeah.
I'm at a sports bar ignoring the football.
At a sports bar listening to Al Sharpton.
what has happened. But no, I just, like, I don't like people telling me what I can say and can't say, you know? Like, I can understand if it's, like, a professional working environment, you know, like, hey, you know, or someone telling me, hey, I'm not comfortable with this kind of humor up front, fine, you know, cool, you know, fine, let's put up boundaries, you know, we're talking one-on-one, fine, you know? I'm for that,
Yep.
you know? But don't give me boundaries and then all of a sudden just start going free-for-all. It's like, whoa, hold up, time out. Whoa, no. You can't just have your cake and ice cream and eat it, you know? You know,
Right.
No. So I think right now people are just becoming a little too overly sensitive, and my generation needs to grow the fuck up. Actually, our
Yes.
generation. We're only a year and a half
Mhm.
apart.
Yeah, our generation.
I forgot that.
Although I think, no, it is ours because
Well, no,
there's,
I forgot that you and I are so
you know,
close.
the people I
age-wise.
see are about our age. Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. But go ahead, please.
You know, we blame everything else but ourselves for everything that's happened to us, and it's like you gotta, you know, take responsibility for something.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I love seeing some of my Facebook friends post about how, like, my life sucks, I'm so depressed. And it's like, why? Why do you have to be depressed about? You have nothing to be depressed about. You're a healthy, full-grown American. You know? If you don't
Yep.
have what you want, go out and get it. You know? Work for it. I don't know what to
Yep.
tell you, you know? I mean, I was asked 6 years ago what my definition of successful is. It's to make enough money to put a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food on the table, and have a little left over to where I'm not living check to check. Last I checked, I'm doing that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my definition of successful. I mean, I'm not, not successful. I mean, if I wanted something more, I would go work for it. I mean, I have a full-time job. I mean, and if I didn't have it, I would go find another one. Now, I can understand shit happens. You know, you're in between jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Shit does happen. Like in the 2008-2009 financial crisis, I lost my job. Shit happened to me.
Yep.
I had to go find new jobs, and I found a job. I got lucky. So I'm not saying there won't be hard times. You know, it's just when I watch people, and all they do is whine and cry. You know, life's not going their way, and I'm like, so when's that Netflix marathon ended? You know, like you've been doing that for 6 hours. You know, if you're not happy with your life, do something about it. Don't go on Facebook and be like, and then you got like all your friends that are like consoling you, and it's like, don't encourage that person, please. Don't. Tell them.
Now here I'd like to
Oh, sorry.
jump in here real quick about I found
That article.
3 rules for staying out of poverty.
What's that?
3 rules for staying out of poverty. It's by the Brookings Institution, and basically they found that the best way to stay out of poverty is to follow these 3 simple rules: graduate from high school, waiting to get married, and do not have children until after being married, and having a full-time job. If you do all those 3 things, your chance of falling into poverty is just 2%.
Really?
Meanwhile, you'll have a 74% chance of being in the middle class. So what they found is that most people who have kids out of wedlock or drop out of high school, and that doesn't apply to everyone, obviously, and having a full-time job, is just your chances of staying out of poverty greatly increase by following those 3 rules. And it's simple things.
Yeah.
And it all depends on personal responsibility.
Yeah, I've noticed this generation, it's more about partying than really driving yourself or like advancing yourself.
Yeah, it's all about the free stuff.
Yep.
Gimme.
I want that red
Gimme.
Ferrari because he has it. Well,
Yeah. Income inequality. 1%.
That's the thing that drives me nuts about that. It's like, oh, I can't survive at McDonald's. Of course you can't survive at McDonald's. It's not meant to be a career. It's meant to be a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It's meant to be you have this minimum wage job because you're in school. And you're gonna further yourself. Now granted, I won't argue that school tuition is a bit pricey. I will not argue that at all. It doesn't need to be that high, and it being that high is disgusting, but that is the unfortunate downside of capitalism. Triggering.
Well, actually, the reason school tuition is so high is because the government pays for it.
Well, duh, that's the obvious answer there, but we can't say that because, no, it's not. The government does no wrong.
No, of course not. They're altruistic.
No, I read that article, and it's pretty much true. I mean, back in the 70s, I saw you only needed to work, 4 or 5 hours a day, and you could pay for your school tuition. Now it's, up to 32 in a day? And what all started happening in the past 4 generations? More and more student loans. Free money, baby, you know? And of course, it's like, I mean, if you had, if our generation just didn't go to college because we couldn't afford it and we don't want the student loans, tuition would plummet, you know? It would plummet down to what people could pay. Just like anywhere. It's economics, you know? Well, we can't afford this TV. What happens? People aren't buying the TVs. The TVs go down in price. People start buying the TVs.
Yeah, like, look at 4Ks. I mean, they were like $40,000 when they first came out. Now they're like $400.
Yeah, there's actually a few good ones right now I've been looking at that are pretty damn cheap. And I can't wait to go to Atlanta in June. Hit up Micro Center.
Yeah.
Did we both rub our hands together?
I think we did.
Awesome.
That's weird. That's weird.
Well, we're Mr. Burns in it over here. We're 1% white privileges right here. That's what people are gonna say in the comments after this whole section right here.
Oh, I know. You guys are just a bunch of white privileged, whatevers. You don't know what it's like to be poor.
Oh yeah, because I'm in the $30,000 to $50,000 a year range. Oh, of course I don't know what it's like to be poor.
Yeah. No one in America knows what it's like to be poor.
I grew up on the street, man.
Relative to other countries, I should note.
Anywho, did you see this? You probably didn't see this. I'm gonna bring this up since this is the PC Master Race podcast set time, because Marco is our console peasant, and I can't really do this with Marco. Because Marco would be like 4K, probably, since he is Mexican.
Yeah, they're always saying 4K.
But there's a rumor from WCCF Tech. It came out yesterday. I noticed it this morning at work. The rumor is NVIDIA prepping new GeForce GTX 20 series graphics card based on Volta architecture to launch in Q3 of this year. And it's very interesting, if this is true, like if they're going to launch the 2070 and the 2080, in Q3 is June? No, sorry, it would be July to September-ish area?
To September? Yeah.
What's the point of getting the 1080 Ti then right now, if this is true? Spend $800, get the 1080 Ti. Oh, by the way, we're going to drop the next generation, in 5 months, guys. Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, if anything, wait for the 2080s to come out so the 1080 Ti's come down.
Or just get the 2080 if you're looking to upgrade.
Or just get the 2080.
Because, the 2080 is going to be the prices around the 1080 Ti ballpark, I got the 1080 when it was $700,
Yeah.
And, I was thinking about getting the 1080 Ti, but I'm like, with this article coming out, I'm like, I don't know if this is, I know the successor is coming out at some point, but it kind of feels like, with people that bought the Titan X's that we were calling XPs until the official Titan XP came out. And I love that whole Hitler video about Hitler reacting about the 1080 Ti coming out. Oh no, sorry. What was it? Hitler reacts to Ryzen, and there's a brief little moment in there where Hitler's like, at least the CEO of NVIDIA, I don't know how to say his name, John Hung something. He's like, he personally assured me that they won't be launching a 1080 Ti, that my Titan X purchase, the Pascal version, is safe. And what happened a few days later? What got announced? 1080 Ti's, baby.
Yep.
And so after seeing this, it's pretty crazy. But I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So I'm definitely gonna be watching this.
Yeah, follow up on that and see where that goes.
But yeah, I thought to bring that up for the tech people. There
Yep.
isn't much really known on it, but it's rumored that Volta, the GeForce 20 series, should finally step into the world of HBM2, high bandwidth memory, because that was introduced with the AMD Fury line, and they only have 4 GB
Right.
because it's all they could fit on the PCB because they stack them instead of the
Okay.
side to side like GDDR5. Memory, it's more power efficient and it's more efficient, makes them faster, but there was limitations and they can only do 4 GB for the Furies, and the 1000 series didn't see them. They stuck with GDDR5X. I mean, they went to the X, but I mean, they didn't go beyond. They didn't leave the GDDR5.
Right.
But we'll see what happens. I'm definitely gonna watch this, especially if it's coming out in like 6 months ish area.
Yeah, so these graphics cards should really help with VR.
Yeah. I mean, they've lowered the VR recommended. I remember when VR first came out, it was 970 area. Which you have a 960, so I mean, I think they've lowered it to where a 960 might work. Don't quote me, but I could have sworn somewhere I saw that VR isn't as demanding as I thought it would be. I know
Yeah.
Steam has a built-in thing to where you can go to it and see if your PC is VR ready. I know it's in Steam.
Okay.
At least it was there. I'm not sure if they took it away. That'd be dumb, you know.
Yeah, especially since you're buying VR stuff
From
here
Steam.
from Steam.
Hey, we'll sell you this VR kit, but we're no longer telling you if your PC's ready or not. Lols.
Good luck with your life and all that.
Oh, man. So, the secret topic, I'm going to get to it in a second. I'm just curious.
Oh, yes, the one you would not tell
Nope.
me.
Alright, let me just get to the... So, you remember Super Mario Maker, right?
Of course.
I have to act like you don't.
Oh, what's that?
I thought it'd be a little funny.
Mario Maker.
Of course, I can't find... There it is. Here it is. I'm going to send you the article now. Yeah, folks, I intentionally kept this one away from Dan. Because I was like, hey, he might enjoy this, but I don't want to give him too much of a heads up on this. It's an article from Kotaku. It was headlined... It came out April 10th. What happened after Nintendo cracked down on a Zelda fan game? I sent you the article on your phone.
Yeah, pulling it up now.
And you remember how Super Mario Maker came out? We were all loving it in 2015. We're like, could you imagine like a Metroid or a Zelda or a Kirby Maker game? You know, like how awesome that would be.
Oh, yeah.
And how and Zelda seemed like a no-brainer, and Nintendo it suggested that such a game would be difficult to pull off, and a game developer responded to the challenge and actually made a Zelda-style Mario Maker game, and he received a DMCA takedown.
Of course he did.
And I just love it. It's like, Nintendo says it'll be hard, and this guy proves them wrong. This one-man guy, and they're like, take that shit down now. It's like, really? Why not offer the guy a job? Like, awesome. You know,
Yeah.
you found a way to do it. Oh, that's right, we didn't want to do it. Because we're Nintendo. I don't know why. But what happened was, this guy instead, he changed it to, instead of Zelda Maker, he changed it over to Legend Maker. But, so he's still making the game. He's dumbing it down to look even, like, more 8-bit era instead of 16-bit era, and it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
And I don't think it's out yet. I think it's I just thought it'd be interesting to bring up about this whole Zelda Maker thing. And there's a video in the link I found, so I'll post it in the description. But I thought we could talk about that, but I wanted to keep it secret.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at some of the GIFs now here, and There's one where Link's just standing on like a platform, and there's just tons of monsters everywhere. And I'm like, just like in Mario Maker, you can make some really sadistic levels with this thing, and I think that's great.
I'll never forget your Super Happy Wheels level on Mario Maker. Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That level.
You know, I still haven't beat your underwater one.
No way.
Oh, I gave up. It's too hard. It is way too hard.
That's sad. I stopped wanting to make levels like that on Super Mario Maker because they took down one of my levels because it had nobody beaten it. And they're like, well, we're taking this level down. And I'm like, what? It's beatable. I can't help nobody can beat it.
Did I ever tell you about the, what would you call it? It's like a safe space level that someone made where all the enemies are behind blocks and stuff so they can't attack you. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's called, I forget what it's called, but I found it. And it's just the most hilarious thing ever. If I could find it, I'll send you the link.
Did you play it yourself? On.
Yeah.
Then I can just.
I think I did.
I can just launch up Super Mario Maker and play that level. On your recently played list. Or starred list. I can't quite remember off the top of my head how that goes. Unless you have the
If I can find the name of it, I can send it to you.
the ID code or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty funny though. You know what's funny though is 2 people from Japan beat that underwater level you can't beat. Last I checked.
Of course, the Japanese beat it.
I was waiting for South Koreans to do it.
No, yeah.
Knowing the joke about South Koreans in StarCraft 2. But
Oh, because they're like super beast at it?
oh yeah. But no, that was like my favorite thing about Super Mario Maker was the sadisticness of that game. Like Nintendo initially wanted it to be, oh look, you can recreate all those levels you loved as a kid or make something you wish you could. And it's like it's like someone pulled out like a heavy metal song and just made sadistic levels and put it on and it clicked, you know.
Yeah.
Super Mario Maker is no longer Super Mario Maker. It's Super Rage Maker 2K15 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
It's like, alright, I'm sending you the ID code. You could put this in the description as well if you'd like.
Will.
Hopefully the level's still up, but it's called 1-1 for journalists and Tumblr, which just tells you everything you need to know about this level.
I'm gonna actually I got the code. I'm gonna I'll probably try it this weekend because right now my Wii U is not plugged in, and I have to figure out my current arrangement with wires and whatnot.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that today. I don't want to. I wish Super Mario Maker was on the Switch because that's already plugged in and whatnot, but it's not, to my knowledge.
Yeah, that needs to come to the Switch.
Yeah, why is that not on the Switch? Why are we getting Mario Kart 8 but not Super Mario Maker?
Yeah.
What is wrong with Nintendo? Unless they're unveiling it at E3.
Maybe it's a... Well, you can't really sequel this game.
Well, I mean, give us other games we didn't get, like Super Mario World 2 and a Super Mario Galaxy style.
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting to see how they apply
somehow make that
gravity in
work.
2D environments.
Yeah.
Or give us, like, the 3D textures, like, you know, like Super Mario 64 style themed, you know, blocks and whatnot. They could still do a lot of those on 2D, you know. Or
Yeah, they could.
Or give us a Metroid Maker.
Yes.
They won't.
Yeah, they won't do Zelda Maker, and they won't do anything else.
Oh. Can Shigeru Miyamoto die already so cool things can happen at Nintendo?
Whoa, are you calling for the death of a Nintendo president?
He's not the president of Nintendo.
Alaska?
He's not? I thought he was after Iwata.
No, he filled in for a little bit, and then they found Satoru Iwata's replacement.
Oh, okay.
Some Katashi something.
Somehow hard to pronounce Japanese name.
Because we're white supremacist racist Americans.
Yep.
It is Tatsumi Kimishimi. Oh, that's not so bad.
Tatsuni arcade machine. Something like that, right?
Shigeru Miyamoto and Reggie Fils-Aimé need to leave Nintendo.
Oh yeah, especially Reggie.
Bye, Reggie. But no, to me it's Nintendo needs new blood, not old blood. I mean, that's where I'm going with this.
Yeah, Miyamoto's got to be like 1,000 years old.
He's close.
I mean, I get it. He was there from the beginning. He made most of them. Mario, Zelda, all those.
Yeah, but that's like Stan Lee in his 90s staying with Marvel and still writing comics. I'm pretty sure they won't be as good as they used to be in his heyday.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of there as a figurehead to put in Marvel movies. And say, hey, look, it's that old guy. Haha, he's still alive. Why isn't he dead yet?
Oh, look at us. We're calling for Shigeru Miyamoto, Reggie Fils-Aimé, and Stan Lee to die.
Well, I'm just questioning why Stan Lee's still alive.
No, you did.
They're probably pumping him with super soldier serum.
No, I just think, Nintendo needs new blood.
Oh, they do.
It's like the senior citizen club of the Democrat Party right now.
Oh yeah, Democrats need new blood too.
Yes, that's where I'm going with this.
Okay.
I'm not saying old people are a problem. I'm just saying there's a reason why it's called a generation gap. And when you have people in their 60s running a company, trying to sell stuff to our age people, they're what, 2 generations ahead of us?
Yeah.
We have a generational barrier here. There's a problem.
Yeah, they fought 2 world wars before we were even born.
But no, as tragic as Satoru Iwata's death was, I think a big problem with Nintendo came about with him. It happened with his predecessor too, with the N64 and the cartridges. That didn't help, but Nintendo was still a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Then came the GameCube, and the GameCube in later days, like Billy and the Hatcher Egg or whatever the hell it is, did not help the GameCube's image. Now, making Nintendo under Iwata Satoru focus on kids was a bad move in my opinion. Kids don't have the bank accounts, for the most part. They catered to the wrong generation. I mean, the wrong age group too.
Wrong age group, yeah.
The Wii, I mean, it sold well, the console, but 2 years into the console's lifespan, it was like, where are the games? Nintendo didn't release that many first party. Third party bailed on it. I mean, my brother tried playing Iron Man on it, the first one, and it was horrendously bad. Now, he was like...
Well, the motion controls are probably really hard to develop for.
Oh, yeah. And that didn't help, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to have this revolutionary new idea, and that's, like, Nintendo's niche thing, but there's just a time and place, as Professor Oak says, It's like Nintendo wanted to ride that bicycle indoors.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can't do that here. Why? Why can't I ride my bike indoors?
No, and then the Wii U. The Wii U was interesting. I didn't mind the Wii U as much because of the motion controls, for the most part, being void,
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like Nintendo of old days, It still didn't go in the right direction. It was still too kiddie to me. The Switch, there's hope and there's promise, but my cynicism is kicking in, and I'm like, I don't see it, I need to see a first-party lineup. Yes, I own a Switch, as people on this podcast are well aware at this point. But just having Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, yes, it's coming out, but that's a re-release. I'm not buying Mario Kart 8, mind you. I would buy Super Mario Maker. Don't get me wrong, I'd buy that. But that's a different story. Not really, actually. But it's not a racing game. It's a build-it-your game, where I can have my friends play my sadistic levels and screw with them,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What Nintendo needs right now is, it needs to go back to the glory days. It needs to be for gamers, by gamers. Breath of the Wild shows premise. I mean, sure, we have our problems with Breath of the Wild, but at least that is catering to the hardcore gamer again.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And they're going in the right direction. I will agree with that, even though I do have qualms with the game. Could you imagine if Mario goes in the direction of Breath of the Wild?
Oh, gosh, like being super hard. Like Dark Souls hard.
The Fire Flower only gives you 4 fireballs. And if
Yeah.
you...
Everything kills you in one hit.
Well, it already does.
It would actually be like the glory days of Mario when everything did kill you in like a couple hits. You know, 1 or 2 hits.
Yep.
So that would actually be refreshing.
You try and throw a fireball, but if you hold the fire too much, it burns his hand or something, you know? Like a grenade.
Yeah.
Or you do the...
Yeah, cook it too long and it blows up.
Yeah. Or you try and do the tailspin as the raccoon and you get dizzy and whatnot. If you spam it too much.
Oh.
Yeah. And then if someone steals your hat, or if your hat falls off, you go in like a rage mode, like the Borderlands 2, the... What are they? When you shoot their mask off, they go into... The Goliaths.
The Goliath,
It'd be cool
yes.
if, like, Mario has, like, this ability. Like, either you could take his hat off, or if his hat's taken off, but without, whether you like it or not. Like, it could be a pro and con thing, like the PED suit from Metroid Prime 3, where it could be a saving grace and a disaster at the same time. Like, if this is tough, like, take your hat off. Ooh, yeah. But if, like, some simple enemy takes your hat off, you go into rage mode, and you got a cooldown, it's like, no! You know? Don't bring back the countdown timer, though. I'm tired of timed games. I do not want to play a game like that. Super Mario Maker is the exception.
Oh, I hate those. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But there's that Mercenary something game that came out in 2014. Mercenary Kings. And I got it for free on the PS Store, and I guess I will complain about a free game. I can't believe I'm doing it. But my complaint about that game, and this is just my personal preference, is I don't want a countdown timer for how long I have until I finish a mission. I want to be able to play a game and enjoy it, you know? That's also my qualm about Majora's Mask, you know? I don't care for this. I want to play the game.
Well, I liked how it was in Majora's Mask because it was impending doom, and you felt, you know, there was kind of a rush to get stuff done, but you could always reset the timeline. And there were certain things that happened at certain times of day. So I think I think they made good use of a timer on that. Instead of just saying, hey, you got 300 seconds until you're dead, or you got to do this in this time or you fail. They're like, this makes you want to complete that stuff quickly because you've got a freaking moon with a sadistic face on it laughing at you, just coming down to destroy everything. So, in my opinion, that was a good use of it. It was very different for a Zelda game, but I think it made it work for that. But for the most part, timers are just... I could do without them.
I will agree with you on Majora's Mask. I do feel it didn't feel forced. Like, it felt natural to that specific scenario. But
exactly.
Me personally still, it was just... I mean, granted, you have 45 minutes before impending doom from start to finish. Sure, that's cool. It's not like you have 5 minutes, you know? So, I mean, at least you did get some time. But I like playing games somewhat relaxed. And that just, to me, puts me in overdrive. And it's just, I'm not having fun anymore type of thing, you know?
Yeah. Games shouldn't stress you out.
Unless it's Alien Isolation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't see a countdown timer there. Or is there?
No.
No.
After 30 seconds, the alien instantly knows where you are.
Oh god, that'd be the scariest difficulty of all. Like, uber hard. You have to keep moving, whether you like it or not, or the alien knows exactly where you are. Because it can smell your scent piling up in one section.
Yes.
That would be great. That would honestly be great. Just because of how hard it would be.
Mm-hmm.
I am a sadomasochist when it comes to that. I love Alien Isolation, by the way.
I can tell.
See my Steam profile? I got all the achievements.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm a junkie like that. You got any topics?
Alright, well, I do have one thing that I didn't put in there because I kind of wanted to... When I saw your secret topic, I was like, alright, I'm going to do something too.
Sweet!
Okay, so... We all believe in parallel universes, right? You know, multiverse, right? Right, we all believe
Yeah,
that.
I believe
Okay.
there's a manual right
That's
now.
gonna help
That's
with
a
this.
billionaire. Yes, I believe that.
Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah, billionaire over there. Anyways, so I found this website, and the premise of it is that in this, Hillary Clinton actually won the election, and she's now our president. And it's called hillarybeattrump.org. And I'm just going to go through some of these articles on here just to see what kind of fantasy land these people are living in that write this. So let's see. April 12th, terrified Putin orders adult diapers ahead of G7 meeting with President Clinton. So I guess Putin's afraid of Clinton here. Oh, I like this one. Clinton pushes new single-payer healthcare plan. GOP vows to fight for poor people's right to die painfully.
Ouch.
Yes, because if a political party wants people to die so that they can't vote for them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh wait, dead Democrats still vote.
Yeah. Well, let's say. If there's a party that wants people
here's a good
dead,
one.
it's the Democrats.
Yeah, because they still vote. Here's one. Bill Cosby says Bill O'Reilly is just a misunderstood romantic.
That is harsh. So good. So good.
Now here's one that's interesting because this is actually something I kind of agree with. And this one says Clinton unapologetically pursues no-fly zone in Syria. And I was listening to Ben Shapiro, and he talked a little bit about this, and the points he made about putting in a no-fly zone actually made sense. So I'm like, it's like the people writing the site have accidentally stumbled upon a good idea. But let's see. Let's look at where's another good one here. I just had it. Oh, Sean Spicer says America never dropped the atomic bomb. A reference to his Holocaust blunder. Critics praise Clinton's superb grasp of words' meanings. That's just
What?
That's just worshiping her. I mean, that's not news. It's not a thing. No one does that. Now here's one on Fox News. Fox News says accusations of racism are distracting viewers from its primary journalistic mission, protecting sexual predators.
Oh, God.
Steve Bannon mistaken for beached whale.
Oh my God!
Now that was just hilarious.
Remember the Val Kilmer one from like what 7 years ago, where he's in the wetsuit on the beach, and they said the same thing.
Oh yeah, he looks terrible.
Talk about someone letting themselves go.
Let's see.
There more goodies there?
Oh, Springsteen says he wrote Born in the USA about former President Barack Obama. Yeah,
That's
right.
harsh.
DC Comics sues Hillary Clinton for copyright infringement, claiming she stole Wonder Woman's character.
What?
Yeah.
I thought Wonder Woman was born before Hillary Clinton. I mean, not born. I mean, conceived. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's another couple of good ones. Lady Liberty to be re-sculpted wearing a pantsuit.
Ew.
Because everybody loves Hillary's
That's
pantsuits.
just to cover up how fat she is. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Triggered.
Oh, here's a good one. John McCain's private typewriter hacked. Hacked a typewriter.
Well, remember the joke about how his social security number is 3?
I was just about to say that.
That was gold.
Okay. All right, last one for this site. Donald Trump says that Booty and the Beast should win an Oscar.
Booty and the Beast? Oh God.
Booty
That
and
sounds
the
like
Beast.
a bad porno.
The worst. Oh no, here's a good one. Never mind. There's just lots of good stuff on this. Donald Trump Jr. mistakenly shoots neighbor's cat. Proudly boasts lion kill. So he kills a cat. Oh, that's actually a lion I killed.
That would actually happen. There, that poor lion. Well, I guess we're not making a third Lion King film.
Nope. Maybe he killed the live action one.
So I found a photo online while I was perusing. It's a photo. I sent it to you. How a libertarian tips, and it has someone's bill. The fact that they leave all their personal information for people to see is hilarious, because usually people still cover out certain things like the last four of their cards and whatnot. But okay. In the tip it says taxation is theft with a zero and a slash, and there's cash, and then it says this is not a tip. This is a personal gift and not subject to federal or state income taxes. I love that.
Oh, I like that.
That is gold. Now they're vacuuming, so if you can hear this, people, I'm sorry. Then I sent you a photo of they just released a partial shot of the Neomorph from Alien Covenant.
Oh, that looks... Oh, people are going to be mad at that. It's white.
But it becomes black. The Xenomorphs are black.
Wait, they should be mad that they're black.
It's reverse racism.
Reverse racism.
It's white on white crime.
Xenophobic.
Oh, do you see the tail wrapped around the leg?
Let me go back to it.
Yeah, if you look at the leg.
Oh, yeah. That is quite crazy. Alright, now when does Alien Covenant come out?
Not sure, I know it's in May.
What did we say? May? Oh, May 19th.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
That's when it's coming out.
I would like to see it in Silver Spot, to be honest.
That would be cool.
Yeah, we gotta figure out when to do that before we leave for Atlanta. Oh, we're off on Memorial Day. Are you joining? No.
Alright. I have one more thing I wanted to go over that I just found.
Go ahead.
Found a site on found an article on Dorkly.com about movies that lost what's it called? Hold on. 10 great films that lost their opening weekend to true garbage.
Ooh.
And let's see. Shaun of the Dead made $3.3 million. Katie Holmes' movie First Daughter made $4 million.
Aww.
Oh, here we go. Rian Johnson's Looper made $20 million. Hotel Transylvania made $42 million. Oh, Hitman, really? Okay, Stephen King's The Mist by Frank Darabont made $8.9 million. Hitman made $13 million.
Aww. Well, I can understand that one because
up.
Hitman was labeled as an action flick, and The Mist was horror. So I kind of get that one.
Yeah, it's different genres. The South Park movie made $11 million, and Wild Wild West, which is terrible, made $27 million.
That one I can also understand too, because South Park isn't really easily accessible, and they almost got NC-17 several times and had edited it down.
Yeah.
So I can understand that one too. But yes, Wild Wild West is a terrible film.
The Nice Guys made $11 million. Angry Birds, the movie, $38 million.
Oh, God. I'm so glad Angry Birds is dying, by the way.
Yeah, I think we're done with that.
It only took 8 years.
Yeah, but they were, I mean, you gotta appreciate the empire that guy built.
True.
Making a phone app that turned into merchandise and more games, and then finally a movie. I mean, that guy's laughing all the way to the bank.
He is the bank.
Yeah. Angry Birds, the bank.
Oh, well. That was pretty funny. Are there, what, 6 or 7 more on that list or something?
There was a couple more, but they just weren't. I just cherry-picked a few good ones.
Did you know that grilled cheese donuts are a real thing?
Grilled cheese donuts? I bet they are. This is America, after all.
Yes. Go to your Facebook, and you will see it. It's pretty cool.
Wow, that looks pretty good.
Delicious.
That actually looks really good.
Oh well. I think it's about time to end the cost, my good sir. As we are running low on fumes and time and topics.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to wrap it up.
Close it out, my good sir.
Alrighty. Well, everyone, thanks for listening in. This has been the Triggercast. We hope you enjoyed it. My name is Dan. You can follow me again at MaddisJack on Twitter, or just find me on YouTube at MadJack as well.
I'll have the links in the description.
Okay.
I have to find your Twitter, though.
And I hope you enjoyed this. Together here with my host, Manny, also known as Forgetful Hitman. You will find this podcast under his channel. So look for it there. Leave us a comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Subscribe if you enjoyed it, not if just to do it. I want loyal followers. I want loyal followers that join me, not slave followers because they were told to.
Yeah, he scrutinizes.
Yes. I got one follower.
Yeah, so leave us a comment. If you have any questions or anything you'd like us to talk about, we will certainly look at those and consider them for the next podcast.
Oh, by the way, thank you to those that have been commenting, but not asking questions. I'll imagine you asked a question. I am 6'3", so I don't know. You may have thought, what's his height? Well, I'm 6'3". But thank you for the comments. They've been lovely. And I don't know why I cracked my knuckles next to my mic.
All right, and with that, I think we're out.
Motherfuckers?